We've spent most of our time at the counter on the point of sale side of Rundu where the daily work happens. Now we're going to step into the back office to look at the foundational settings for your company, your locations, and your staff. This is the admin side of Rundu, and not everyone on your team will see it. You decide who gets the keys. Let's start by making sure we toggle over to the admin tab. The first window that pops up is our company tab. These are the big picture details for your entire business. In the details section, you'll see your company name and your website and your default location. That's the store Rundu uses for things like accounting exports if a specific store isn't attached. A few things to note here, like your card processing fees or your POS domain, these are all set by your Rundu guide. So if you ever have any questions or are concerned about something, let's reach out and talk to us so we can help you navigate them. Underneath that is cost management. Think of this as a preference for how you want to see your margins on reports. It doesn't change your actual accounting. Your books are always based on the real cost from the vendor receipt. This toggle just changes how some reports calculate margin for you at a glance. Down at the bottom, you'll see tender methods, the ways that your customers pay. If you need to add a custom one, like for your e-commerce site, your Rundu guide will set that up for you. And finally, in Rundu AI, you can give the daily summary a little direction. For example, you could add a note here to flag any items with less than 15% margin. Wow, how fantastic. None of your sold products fall below 15% margin. Our lowest margins in the past, though, are noted here. Next up on the left-hand side is locations. If you have more than one store, you'll see them all listed here. Let's click into this one, Bray. This is where you set the details for each specific storefront. Your display name is what your customers see on their receipts and invoices. The location ID is a short code that gets attached to every transaction from this store. It's key for keeping your books straight. And down here is where you can add your logo, which appears on all of your printed documents. Right here, you can see the inbound email for this store. When a customer replies to an invoice, this is where it will land. And some quick advice on this CC checkbox. This email address will get a copy of every single invoice and statement you send out. If you leave it unchecked, you'll only get the important replies from your customers. This page is also where you set your cash float for your drawers, which we cover in the cash drawer video. And one thing to note on this page, any changes you make are saved automatically as you go. There's no big save button to hunt for. Back on the main location screen, let's look at taxes. For those times you're delivering to a job site in another town, you can flick on the Enable Prompt to Use Address Rate toggle. With this on, Rundu will ask your cashier at checkout if they want to use the tax rate for the delivery address instead of the store's rate. And below that, you can set up any custom tax rates you might need, like for a different county or a tax exempt status. You add the rates here in admin first, and then your team can choose them at the counter when they ring up a sale. Last, let's head over to staff. This is where you'll add new team members when they join. When you hire someone new, you'll click Add New Staff Member and fill in their details, like their name and their email and their staff ID, which is just a short username they'll use at login at the counter. Once a staff member is created, you have 3 tabs. The most important one is permissions. This admin checkbox right here is the master key. If it's not checked for someone, they won't be able to access this admin side of Rundu at all. The General tab holds all their contact info and notifications, lets you decide exactly what updates they get and how they get them, in the app, by email, or by text. You can customize this for every person on your team. And that's it. Your company, location, and staff settings are the foundation for everything else. You'll likely set these things once and not have to think about them again, letting you get back to the work that matters, running your store.